Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. Hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. I know I am. I just came off of a great weekend, and I know it's Wednesday, and technically we're focusing on the coming weekend now. But last weekend I celebrated 14 years. October 1st was Friday of last week, and I celebrated 14 years in business with Local Business Marketing Solutions. And me and the team had a little get together and celebrate 14 great years. So happy birthday to LBMS. Anywho, just wanted to share that with you guys. So I wanted to also talk about something today to kick off. So this is my first. This is the first episode of the fourth quarter. So I wanted to do something a little different in terms of, in terms of some marketing strategies that I want to talk to you guys about. And it's something that I very rarely talk about. And that is Pinterest. So we're going to get into this a little bit as to why Pinterest marketing should be on your radar, especially in this quarter and beyond. Before we do that, I want to remind you guys, if you are listening to the show right now, in the past month, I've been talking about an awesome event that's coming up called Epic 21. It's primarily for HVAC companies, and contractors, HVAC companies primarily, and it's going to be in Vegas. I want you guys to go to the show notes. Click on the link that I have on there. It's an amazing event for anyone who's looking to expand and explode the HVAC business, whether you are a startup business or you are making $100 million in revenue. It doesn't really matter because what you're going to learn, they have topics for everyone. What you're going to learn in this event is phenomenal. It's actually the end of this month. It's on the 28th and 29th of October. It's in Viva Las Vegas, so you don't want to miss out on all the stuff. We're gonna have a tremendous lineup of speakers there. Check out the link. It's on the show notes. Just click on the link there, and you'll see all of the activities that's going on there. So I just want you guys to check that out. And also, between now and the end of this year, I'm going to, I want you guys to take a look at my book, 7 Steps to Recession-Proofing Your Business. It's a $15 charge, but that's not the kicker. The big thing about what I'm talking about right now with this book is that you will be able to receive from me and or my team a big analysis of your business and a playbook basically on how to make 2022 a phenomenal year for you. So whether you are doing digital marketing right now or you're not, it doesn't really matter. We're going to give you this plan and show you how to execute it for free. Now, this is a $500 value that I'm doing this for you guys. So take advantage of it. So just head on over to my website, lbmsllc.com/book. and order the book. And once you do that, you will be sent a series of emails as to how you can get together with me and or my team, and so we can help you create this playbook for your business. Alrighty then. So here we go. I want to talk to you guys about why Pinterest marketing should be on your radar. So as always, I'm a huge advocate of stats. So I'm going to talk to you some stats, because Pinterest marketing is something that every single person that's in the digital world should be looking at. Okay. And here, just hear me out. It really depends on the demographic. So when you see these when you hear these stats, you're going to know, oh, that's, you're either going to say, yep, that's my demographic, or nope, that's not. But if you are in anywhere in this demographic, you will need this platform. Okay. So let's go up with these stats. So for starters, the image focused social media networks user base has actually been steadily growing. Okay. So I'm not a huge advocate of Pinterest. Okay. I just want you to understand that about me. I'm not a huge fan of it. I do use it. I don't use it a lot. I use it more for my customers, of people who I think are going to work great with it. So if I'm helping one of my business coach customers, let's say, and I think that their target market is on Pinterest, I actually do this for them. So that being said, so I just want to talk to you about how the image focused social media network has been growing so much. So it's kind of, remember, it is image focused because it's just like Instagram, which is an image focused thing, but this is a little different, Pinterest. But it's grown, check this out, it's grown from 185 million users back in 2017 to over 416 million users in 2020. So that's a pretty significant jump. Another stat that I think you want to think of, and when we're thinking about demographic, okay, if you're marketing to, say, women between the ages of 25 and 34, you're gonna want to be on Pinterest. You know why? Because 30% of Pinterest Pinterest ads, it has 30% of Pinterest is as that demographic. Okay. 30% of people who are in this are in there. So that's a huge chunk of the 416 million. Okay. That's not bad. Another thing you want to take into consideration, 82% of Pinterest users access the social network through a mobile device. Now, let's think about this. So if you have a demographic, if you're trying to target women between the ages of 25 and 34 who are primarily mobile users, you got a hit there. Okay. Now remember, there's another number out there. There's an increasing number of guys. I was looking for it, but I know there was an increasing number of guys who have actually started using Pinterest as well. Pinterest has always been a female platform, but it's the male is the male population is growing in there as well. So there are other demographics in there, but I'm just pointing out some of the highlights of what I researched here. Now, see, conversions are one of the most important metrics for any marketer. So that is something to me that's very, very, very important. Okay. So here's one thing that I have noticed with Pinterest And this is and I noticed it with my clients. So I looked it up as well. And I noticed that it wasn't like a fluke that I ran across. Pinterest marketing actually shows that weekly conversions surged by 300% between January of 2020 and August of 2020. That's pretty interesting. Which means more, and it kind of makes sense because more people have time to play around with it and start using it as a platform because everybody was online during 2020. But this has surged its popularity because now people are thinking, hey, this is a pretty cool tool. Now, I'm saying social platform. It is a social platform, but it's also a search engine. Okay. So I just want to, there's a distinction. There's a lot of search features that Pinterest has that the Facebooks and the Twitters and Twitter is kind of like a search engine as well, but it's like a micro blogging thing. But anyway, but it's Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn even don't have the search capabilities that Pinterest have because Pinterest, want it to become, every single one of these platforms has their little nuances. And that is one of the things that that Pinterest has that's a little better than the others because they built it that way. All right. But this is an interesting surge. A lot of these platforms surged during 2020, during January and August of last year. But this was the most significant growth. The only other one that grew higher than this during that time was TikTok. And again, that's a different story because video is just powerful. All right. So let's get down into some more nitty-gritty information here. Pinterest might have begun as a platform where users could seek, say, inspiration for, say, new projects. I remember it was a huge thing with scrapbooking. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but Pinterest used to be huge for scrapbookers. So pet projects like that, any crafts project. But then, it's been a kind of like a forgotten platform when it was that for inspiration for new projects. So it was like you go there, you get inspiration for a new project, and you forgot. If that's how it was. But it has actually evolved into a much more robust platform than that. So, people are just now pinning stuff. Going back then, people would pin stuff and say, "Oh, this is a good idea for this craft project I have," and then look it up later and do it. Now people are pinning things a lot more frequently now, and it's the feature has actually transformed the way Pinterest is becoming such a powerful marketing tool. So a pin is worth a lot more now than it was back in the day. Let's see. Now, let's talk about some nitty-gritty things that's really important as to why I think this is something that you want to take into consideration moving forward. So let's talk about how Pinterest marketing can help you achieve a higher ROI, because that's what we want to talk about here, right? I mean, it's all about ROI, right? I mean, why are we doing this in the first place? So Pinterest presents, the users, us marketers, so you, the user, with a unique opportunity as the vast majority of the audiences is already pre-qualified. Okay, people come to Pinterest when they start a new project and want to buy things for it, etc. That's what they come to Pinterest for. So this actually increases the possibility of them converting if an ad catches their curiosity. kind of like how Facebook does it. Well, all of them do it like that. LinkedIn does it as well like that too. Okay. But it's actually also pertinent to note that 97% of Pinterest searches, remember I said it was a search engine, are unbranded. So why is that important? The audience is there to explore and find new brands. So there's no wonder that 80% of weekly pinners discover a new brand or product on that platform. 80% weekly pinners discover a new brand on the product. So talk about ROI. So Newstar is a publication, and they conducted a retail media study with 5 U.S. retail brands in June of 2019, and they actually found that Pinterest ads deliver 2.3 times more efficient cost per conversion compared to ads on other networks. And that's pretty awesome. And I'm a big ads guy. Organically you can gain traction with any of these tools. But let's get the ads going. So 2.3 times more efficient cost per conversion compared to ads on the other networks. That's a pretty interesting. And Newstar is a reputable publication. I'm not sure if you knew about them, but they're very, very, very good. So the study is actually also highlighted that retail brands achieve, say, 2 times higher return on ad spend on Pinterest. So there was also a case study of, say, of Watchmaker. I'm not sure if you understand who if you know who they are. Watchmaker is another publication. But anyway, a case study of Watchmaker. Pinterest marketing strategy provides good insight. Okay, the brand actually uploaded a product catalog just for Pinterest, and it actually launched shopping ads and conversion campaigns to lower the cost per acquisition by 4 times compared to the internal benchmark. So that's pretty cool. This is an interesting case study, and what I'm going to do so that way you can see this case study. I'm gonna leave a link in the show notes about this case study because I think you guys could actually learn a lot from this. And this is from Watchmaker. I think that will give you a lot more insight as to what I'm talking about here if you want to see this. So let's talk about some best practices to get the most out of Pinterest and ad formats, because it's all about the ads, guys. Yeah, you can do a lot organically, but it's all about the ads. But let's talk about some best practices. And this is stuff that works for my clients, okay, that we work for, that we do this for, okay? I'm going to give you 5 core Pinterest formats, okay, that you can actually utilize and reach their desired audience on the platform, okay? So number 1 is called standard pin. So the standard pin format is suited for, like, say, high quality vertical images that will probably appear in the audience's feeds and try to capture their attention. So it's got to be a very high quality image. So Pinterest is going to give you a bunch of recommendations. They're going to recommend using, say, a 2:3 aspect ratio, and other ratios might cause because other ratios might cause Pinterest to truncate the image, and you don't want that. The last thing you want is to truncate the image. But you gotta also, when you use the standard pins, you also want to ensure that the image puts your product or your service in the spotlight. Okay, That's the most important thing. Now let's talk about some video pins, because this is something that's been growing a lot with Pinterest lately. So video content tends to do extremely well on social media, and that also holds true with Pinterest. Okay, and a lot of people say, "Well, Frank, I didn't even know Pinterest." One of my clients told me they didn't, because when I talked to them about this, they said, I didn't even know that they did videos. I say, oh yeah, I mean, they had to jump the bandwagon. Video is a popular thing. The best video ads are able to capture, say, the attention in the first few seconds. So for Pinterest ads format, it's actually recommended that the video be between 6 to 15 seconds for the best results. So you can, I mean, that's real simple for you to produce a 6 to 15 second video. I mean, come on, let's get this done. This is not hard. Now here's something that's important to detail. You want to keep in mind that most users will likely be watching videos with the audio disabled, okay? So you gotta keep that in mind. So you want to do a text overlay and captions so that where people know exactly what the video is all about. And if it's a 6 to 15 second one, you shouldn't be hard to do that, okay? So I just want to throw that out there if you're going to do video pins. Number 3, you want to have shopping ads. Okay, shopping ads on Pinterest are very useful for, say, marketers that want leads to purchase the product straight through Pinterest. So, shopping ads can, they can actually either be single image ads that promote a product that's relevant to people, or they could be a multi-image ad that promote a group of relevant products, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that. It's kind of like the carousel ads and Facebook and Instagram. So, anywho, the cool thing is that the platform actually provides more control over these campaigns through the dynamic retargeting feature, which is really cool that they have this now. It actually enables you to reach people on Pinterest that may have, say, unpurchased items in their cart. And so you want to entice them, encourage them to purchase. So that's a pretty cool feature. I like that about that. And again, we're talking products, but remember, you do this with business coach. So if you have a product that you want to sell as a coach, maybe you have a program that you're selling, you can do this. It doesn't have to be a physical project. It could be an online course or something. Any kind of product like that. Okay, just to throw it out there. So let's talk about carousel ads. So carousel ads, they actually come in handy if you want to show the different features of a product, or even to advertise, say, multiple products at the same time. So this is an ad format that can also be used to tell a brand story in chapters, let's say. See, they are displayed to users in their home feed, much like any other pin. So each carousel can have, say, 2 to 5 images with the recommended aspect ratio of, say, 1:1 or 2 to 3. Okay. And that's an important thing to know about the carousel. Last but not least, let's talk about collection ads. See, collection ads are displayed in the Pinterest mobile feed mostly, okay? Or basically, that's the only time they see them. Not mostly, I should say. I think I misspoke there. See, they are a combination of say, main style image paired with 3 smaller secondary images. See, the main asset of the hero creative and the other images are the secondary creatives. So collection ads is a powerful thing in that aspect because you're seeing different types of creatives. So when a user taps into this type of format, that opens a full screen experience where they can see the hero creative in more detail as well as up to 24 secondary creatives, excuse me. So it's pretty cool that you can do this and have them actually look at it in full screen. So that's a pretty cool thing. Now I happen to like the paid formats because it's a quick thing, but I don't want you to forget on the organic component. See, with as I said, it's a search engine, so we love organic reach as well. Okay, it kind of confirms the audience's interest in their brand and the fact that it doesn't cost anything. So that's pretty interesting. So that's why brands invest in so much time in delivering, say, quality content through Facebook, Instagram, etc. But if you're going to be marketing on Pinterest with this strategy, you shouldn't completely revolve around, say, paid ads, because it's the same thing like the others. The reason why you shouldn't, I mean, again, I love ads, okay? But people are now, the consumer is now a more of an educated consumer. By that I mean if just like Facebook and just like Instagram, if they see a thing on your page and they don't know you, let's say an ad, people will snoop around and see what's up with this business or this person. If they don't see anything but the ad, they don't know who you are. Are they going to go, man, yes, they could go and try to find your website and all that stuff, but why give them a deterrent when you can just have content there? So that's why I don't want you to forget to focus on the organic component of Pinterest. So, I mean, that's really all I have for you today when it comes to Pinterest. It's a very powerful tool. Don't forget about it. It's something I don't talk about a lot because I cater to attorneys, I cater to dentists, and we don't sell on and chiropractors. So we don't sell on this platform very often. But I do work with a lot of business coaches as well. And for business coaches, this works phenomenally well. So for all you business coaches out there, get your Pinterest on, people. Get your Pinterest on. All right. That's all I got for you for this episode. I hope you learned something about this episode. I hope you start tinkering with Pinterest for this fourth quarter and beyond. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach us, 888-416-7752, or send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com, and we'll be happy to help you. If you enjoyed this episode, please do me a favor and share this episode with someone that you think will benefit from it. If you know of anyone that's been trying to tinker with Pinterest, share this episode with them. And not only that, if you were to subscribe to whatever platform that you are using, so listening to podcasts, I would love it if you were to subscribe. That way, anytime a new episode comes out, you will be notified. With that, folks, this has been Frank Deming, the local business guy, and I will see you guys next week. Take care, and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.